Hey, um, how are you? Before I get into this discussion of mine, I just genuinely want to know if whoever's watching this is all right. Let me know in the comments. These are some tough times for real, and I think we all need someone to talk to and someone to let us know that truly everything will be fine. Um, you know, we may not know each other, but I'm wishing you the best, whoever you are. Um, it's tough, really. Life gets well, life just starts lifing, and I don't really think anybody's prepared for that shit. So, um, this is an official homie checkup before I get into something deep, I guess. Well, if the video is unpaused, if your comment is sent, and your day is hopefully going well, I'm gonna talk about how your doctors really can't treat your depression. If you're anything like me, the loneliness and or the fact that you'll probably never retire has gotten to you. You wake up most days feeling like crap, and that's all right. Life sucks, especially now. And on your next doctor's visit, you make it to take the mental health questionnaire. But before you fill it out, I just wanted to make it clear that the nurses, doctors at your local hospital, at your local urgent care, whatever, they don't really have the tools necessary to help you truly get through your depression. I saw this video the other day by this big YouTuber, Dr. Joseph. If you've come across this video, you've most likely seen it. He mainly talks about the industry, the healthcare side to this problem, but I'm just here to talk about the patient side, as this is something that I have also dealt with recently. I went to my doctor about a year ago for, the annual checkup or regular checkup, and I filled out the questionnaire truly, and all of a sudden my doctor took a huge interest in my mental health. At first, he was trying to patch me through psychiatrists, psychologists, and then eventually he got me in touch with some therapy offices. It was all good and well until I told him that the therapy wasn't helping me feel better in the slightest. Big surprise. And then that's when he suggested I take medicine for it, and that is when I drew my line. I noticed that there's only two solutions doctor will ever really give you if you come to them about your mental health issues, and it's either therapy or medication. Neither of those things work for me, and they probably won't or aren't working for you. For the majority of us, most of our depression stems from the things we have going on in our own lives, and every one of us has a different way of handling said things. A therapist can only tell you so much, and most of the time, they never truly understand what your issue is that's plaguing you. And if they do get a hold of it, if they can understand, there's really no way for them to really fix your problem. I realized therapy wasn't helping me because every time I'd go back, I'd just rehash the same problems I talk about over and over. She'd say, "Yeah, that sucks." And that'd be the session every single time. Now, for some, having someone to talk to feels great, but the very second you leave the office or leave the video call, the crap just ensues again. Nothing really changes. But I didn't go to like 20 sessions, waste about $500 to tell you what you already know. There is one thing that my therapist did tell me, and this was my last session because it really changed the way I thought about things. My therapist told me, she said, the biggest thing they try to teach in therapy is acceptance. Hearing that kind of made everything not matter in an important way. There are things in life you just cannot control. You shouldn't beat yourself up about them. Define these things, tell yourself it's okay, and move on. The world is constantly moving forward. You have to move with it. On the other hand, there are things in life that you can indeed control. But I wouldn't advise wasting your money going to a therapist because now You can find all the help you need online in some form or any other part of the internet. Maybe therapy was more impactful in a time where the internet wasn't as vast as it is now. And yet, doctors to this day will still throw it at you as the first course of action because they only know two things. Like I said, therapy and medication. Now, medication is good, it works. I wholeheartedly agree. But depression medication is different. It does help the user feel better. It definitely does help the user feel more happy, but it doesn't really cure their depression. Antidepressants alter the balance of neurotransmitters in the brain. To put it simply, a healthy balance means a healthy brain and a healthy mood. While on paper, this obviously helps the user feel better. But like I said, most of our depression stems from things we have going on in our lives at the moment. We can take happy pills and be happy all we want. But if there is something in our lives that are still causing us to be depressed, we'll never truly rid ourselves of the depressive state. With that said, I believe that antidepressants are best suited for people who were born with depression. But even if you know this and you still decide to take the medication to just be happy, remember, at the end of the day, it is still a drug. And with any drug taken consistently, our bodies and minds naturally build a tolerance towards them, eventually making your pharmacy visits a more often or more costly occurrence. After I saw that video by Dr. Joseph, the one that I mentioned earlier, I understood that the healthcare system, they treat your depression as if it was some kind of illness. And though that may work base level, that doesn't necessarily change what's happening in your life. In order to truly feel better about how you live day to day, you can't alter the surface expecting the root to get better. I guess in life, the best way to live it is to have a good feeling towards the shit that happens. The way the world is, the way society is structured, it hurts sometimes. A lot of the time, actually. And though you may not be able to confide in the healthcare system about this whole new world we're all experiencing right now, there are truly some alternatives you can explore. They say life is what you make it. I believe in that fact. There are certainly a lot of factors in your life you do have control over. All you have to do is think, ask around, and find answers. This is probably the easiest time to find out anything you need to know. And no matter where you are in life, practice contentment. It differs from happiness because you can find contentment now, like right now. You can be content with the things you've already achieved in life, the things you've done. Stop comparing yourselves to others. I feel like social media has made that way too easy. Your life is your life. Take a hold of what you can and work towards what you want to be. I assure you, each step of the way will feel fantastic. But that's my 2 cents on the topic. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a like to pass it on to the next person. And subscribe if you want to hear me talk about anything else, something less serious than this one, of course. And hopefully, I'll be talking to you later. Stay easy.